Hello and welcome to week 2 of Project 52. If you're new here, Project 52 is a year-long project where we try to produce and finish one new track each week throughout the year. I absolutely loved the first week when we shared our first tracks. There's a couple of us, not that many yet, but I hope that we can gather more people along the way. You don't have to worry about being late to the party or anything. You can join anytime and go as long as you want. You don't have to be with us the whole way through. But I'm pretty sure we in the Sixth Temple Discord server would love to have you with us on the server and in the challenge. So each week, if you want, you can share the track on the Sixth Temple Project 52 text channel. You don't have to, no pressure. You can just finish the track and have it for yourself. And if you at some point feel confident enough, you can start uploading the tracks on the channel and we'll all listen to them and just have a good time. Right, but let's move on to this week's track. I actually already started it a little bit. The idea was to make some sort of bass track this week, but let's see how it turns out. I don't know. Okay, so the idea here is this one note just playing. I made this, sorry, not that. This one. I made this plug thing in Faceplant, and the idea was to just make an intro that goes like this. Nothing else. That was the idea, and start building from there. So kind of build tension with this one note just playing. So then I added this pad. No, it's not a pad. It's just some ambience. Sounds like this. And with the plug thing, it sounds like this. And then we go into some drums, and also we have a new bass here, which is introduced. This is also Faceplant. And then we have this one vocal coming in also to layer the intro plug. And then we have some drums with it. So with everything, my idea so far sounds like this. And that's it. Not sure how to continue. I mean, I guess it could go like that. Maybe we should, from here, we should do like... And then it could repeat, right? Let's try it. No, actually, let's change the bass here. Let's go here. To here and then to here. Okay. That's pretty cool. Then we would go into a build-up, I guess. And then some sort of drop. I maybe might want some pitch bends in the bass. I think it could be cool. No. We should add some sort of noise, I think. Actually, at this point, I want to add some effects just for the transition. So let's try to find some. That's pretty cinematic. Let's try it, just because I want to hear how it sounds like. I mean, actually, that's pretty nice. Let's keep it. Let's add some white noise, and then I was already thinking of a ride going like in the background. That's pretty nice, but I know we might have used this same exact one in the previous week's song, Sweep Phantom. Did we use this one? I don't even want to check it. I'll just use it if it sounds good. Yeah, let's use this one. Okay, some drums. Did I mention rides? Something like this, maybe? Yeah, that's what I want. Right, okay. That's great. The bass definitely needs some distortion. We should add a sub bass separate to this bass because it has some width. And I don't know if we are mono compatible at the moment. It's pretty good, but you know. What we are going to do sub bass wise is we are just going to make a new instance of Phase Plant, like so. And we are going to select my smooth overtones, which I usually use for sub basses. Just bring it down 1 octave. So this is now our sub bass. And for this one here, we will just cut out the low end. Maybe something to play the melody with this this patching here, you know. That's pretty good. So what's next? I'm thinking of a build-up of some sort, but how long of a build-up we want? I don't want a long one. Let's bring you here. Let's hear how it sounds like. Okay, I have an idea. Let's take this one. And then tick. You know that one. You know that one. Okay, let me just listen to it one more time, and then I'll shut down the recorders, and then I'll get back to you tomorrow when we maybe try to tweak the build up a little better and jump into making the drop. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Right, it's still Thursday. I just had to show you this before I close Ableton for today. So I think the intro is now much better, at least in this part where we have all this stuff going on. It's much bigger, and I added this lead here, made in also Phase Plant. So here's the track currently with the changes that I did after closing the camera like 2 hours ago or so. I just had to continue. I couldn't stop. Okay, I hope you like it. Here it is. Okay, that's it for today. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue with the drop. See you then. Welcome back. It's no longer Thursday, it's Friday. And today I figured as I told you, I figured we would work on the drop. I actually did a couple more things this morning off camera, which were just tiny tweaks to the current track. Actually, one thing that I want to show you is that for this 808 fill thing that we have here, which sounds like this. Previously, it sounded like this. And I wanted it to be a little more gritty and heavy. I don't know. So I added flatter with this abrupt wave shaper here. And with everything here, it sounds like this. Also added some noise with nays. Noise with nays. That could be a series. Anyway, okay, so without flatter, it sounds like this. So it's much more heavy with flatter enabled. Anyway, that's a little flatter advertisement there. Shameless plug. Okay, right. So next up, the drop, for which I have no ideas yet. We'll just have to try to create them on the spot. Okay, let me just take a moment to listen to the build up a few times and then kind of try to come up with some ideas in my head, and then we'll try to make the ideas in my head a reality, which never actually ends up working, and then we have something different. But it's fine because it might still be cool. So anyway. Should we just copy the... No, I think we need a new sub bass as well. Something a little more heavy. Okay, let's try to find a snare for us. That's funny. I like funny things. I'm not giving up on our perks this time. I'll do my best to make it work. I don't know, that could work. Let's keep trying. Let's not give up. Let's actually change the noise a little bit. It's a bit too dark. We need some sort of shaker, you know, just to keep up the tempo, you know what I mean? Like something that's constant in the background, because the drums here are these ones. They're pretty cool, but you know, they are not like hitting some constant beat, which I think we need. And also we need some high end anyway, so that could be a good way of adding it. That's too constant, I think. I know I've asked for a constant shaker, but I don't know if this is too robotic sounding. It is, but you know what we could do? We could use SSF to fix it. Let's use volume. Maybe something like that. Or maybe even add some panning automation in SSF as well. Okay, now we need to work on the bass. There's no way around it. If one thing that I could learn about music production like overnight, it would be to be able to think about a cool bass music drop and then just be able to sound design it perfectly. Like, but that's not who I am. So I just have to try to make something nice. We'll add a sampler here for the initial transient. Can I like make the sampler play like to this LFO here? Is it possible? Is it this one? No, start position. No, I can't do it like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google it. I didn't find it. I don't know how to do it. Let me know in the comments if you know how to, like, you can re-trigger, for example, the random module here. If you just turn down the frequency to 0, I can then just use this part here to re-trigger the random modulator. But is there a way to re-trigger the sampler with an LFO? Let me know down in the comments if you know a way. I would love to know it, but right now, I guess we are not using a sampler. Let's try to do something else. I really want to use my sampler. No, I cannot do it like this. This is just random experimentation. Let's modulate this one as well, just for the giggles. I ate some lunch and came back to my computer. Was about to press record on my camera, but then I started messing around with the project a little bit and then kept on going for a while, maybe for an hour. That's partly because I'm still learning on how to record these videos. I'm trying to keep the amount of footage that I have to the bare minimum, because I have to edit all of these in the same week that I make the song in. But yeah, anyway, I wasn't really satisfied with the drop that we had. It was a little bit too plain. I wasn't feeling it. It's now a little bit better, but I'm not quite feeling it still. Let me just play you what I did to it, and then we'll move forward. This part I'm thinking of a tom fill of some sort. Should we do it now? No, I'm gonna fight against it. I'm not gonna search for it for a tom fill now. Remember what happened in the last video when I was trying to get us a good sounding fill, so I'm not going to spend my time on it now. We are now going to try to make the arrangement. I think the drop will, like, it'll continue, like something will change. Of course, it's too repetitive if I just do the same thing in the second part, but I think we'll have this long of a first drop, and then we'll have some sort of breakdown. Not sure what to put in there. Should we try to just use like something from this first section? Maybe let's forget the vocals. Let's add SSF just to fade out the vocals in the end here. Introduce a new sound, maybe? Let's try to first figure out the chords that we're going to do. No, maybe not. So after this, we might go back to the build-up, maybe. Okay, then we have a second drop. Let's just lay out everything here. We'll change it. Let's pretend that we'll have the same bass. And after all this, when we have repeated the drop 2 times, we'll have an outro. What should we do? Get rid of these? Let's bring back the intro thing here. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. So that's the arrangement. Yeah. I kind of forced that, but I think it's okay. Just to get everything in there. I don't want to tweak everything too much before we have the arrangement. I think I'm going to turn off the camera now. I'm really starting to like this one. I hope we will get the drop sorted out a little bit better. And if we do, I think this is a really successful week as well, which is pretty cool to make 2 finished tracks in a row. After this one, we have 50 to go, so let's not celebrate too much yet, but I'm pretty happy. So see you soon. Okay, it's still Friday, Aapo here. I really wanted to show you again what I did after I shut off the camera. I don't know why I do so much better when I'm not recording, probably because, I don't know, maybe I have to focus something on the camera and then I don't really get anything done production-wise. But the drums are really cool now. I added all these sorts of cinematic percussions and everything, and now it's super rhythmic. I cannot wait to show you guys. Unfortunately, I'm actually going away for the weekend, so I'll probably be able to get back to you on Monday at the earliest. But then we'll maybe add some more bass sounds into the drop, and then it's pretty much time to mix it already, because then it's already Monday and only 2 days to go. So but I just really had to let you know that the drop is now a lot better, and I think this week's track is going to be a banger, so stay tuned. See you on Monday. Okay, welcome back, guys. It's 11:30 on Monday, and I actually have earlier today continued working on the track off camera. So mainly I've made some tweaks to the drop, which is now much better. It's so much better. So yeah, I'll play you the drop as it is currently. And I was thinking today we could try to finalize the drop sound and then make some final tweaks. And I'll probably mix the track off camera because that takes some time as well, and it's not as exciting to watch. Right, so let's listen to the drop with my current changes, and I'll show you some of the things that I added and I changed, and then we'll move on into editing it a little bit further, maybe add some bass sounds. So that is the new drop that I've made. So the drums are one big part that's different from the previous version. Let's have a listen to only the drums, and you can hear that there's a lot going on compared to the previous ones. So 2 things at least that comes to mind like right away is that I tuned the snares in the fill before the pre-drop fill. And also the snare is now tuned to G sharp. So this is the tuned part. Then we have these tom fills here, which are also new. And the main part that's new are, actually I think these we had. But the new part is this one here. I found this percussion fill, which sounds like this. And I kind of just chopped it in a way that sounded cool to me. And in the drums, it sounds like this. So yeah, those are the drums. I added this crash as well. Okay, and then the main part, Actually, I'll talk first about this. Actually, this is also new, I think. I cannot remember. No, this is not new. This was before. But what's new is this part here, which plays on top of those chords. I think it's pretty cool. I made these to be like chords. Then I just searched through the presets and I found this one. So it doesn't allow you to press two notes at the same time to make chords. And I just used the same MIDI and it sounded pretty cool. So then I edited the MIDI to sound even more cool. And then this is the final result. And then the bass is the last part. I think I showed you the transient things here that play with the bass. But what has changed in the bass is that it's no more when you press down the note, it doesn't cycle through the LFO as it did before. So the only thing that I did is change the LFO to off. So it only plays once when you press a note. Because I wanted to make this new sort of rhythm here, and if I had long notes, the LFO would cycle and it would sound weird. And those are all the things that I added. There might be some minor things that I just don't realize that weren't in the previous version, but that's pretty much it for the drop as it is at the moment. So what I was thinking we could do today is to just trying to fill up all of those little spaces in the drop that might need some sort of bass fill or some sounds to make it a little bit more dynamic and interesting. Right, so let's listen to the drop once more. I'll try to find some places that we might have to fill up in some way. This part might not need anything to fill it because we have the drums. Yeah, but this empty space here, the same here. Not sure what we should do. Should we try to make our own sound or just try to find some samples? That's nasty. It's not fast enough. How do you make these kinds of sounds? Like everything I want is just to know how to make these sounds in Phase Plant. That's everything I want to know. Like, come on. How do you make this? Let me know, please. No, I cannot find anything. I've already recorded for half an hour and I have spent 15 minutes of that trying to find a bass sound. Now, this is one of the reasons that I try to not record most of making the track, because there are times like this when I literally just spend 1 hour trying to find one sound and then I might spend another hour trying to edit that one sound. It's just not that interesting to watch, and if I were to cut that out, I would have to scroll through a lot of footage to find the section where I finally start making something else. And also then I would have a 50 gigabyte video that would not be used at all pretty much, because there's just me finding some stupid sound. But I'll try to move quick here because it's just the nature of this challenge. Anyway, let's try to find a sound for this section. Maybe we could actually use something from an actual instrument. Maybe something like Acid V. No. Should we do something like that? With the filter cutoff. Okay. I've spent 30 minutes just playing this one section, trying to add this ARP here. To be honest, I totally forgot I was filming as well. I've been filming for 1 hour already. So I'm a little bit frustrated to not be able to... I mean, partly because I've been filming so long and I have again so much footage to go through. I was hoping today we could, like at this time, I would have this drop dialed in. We would be editing the second drop already, have a little fun with the percussions here. But I'm still doing the same goddamn ARP here. Okay, let me just say out loud what I've been thinking this whole time. I think this first part works here, but it sounds too repetitive if I just repeat the same sound in this second silent part here. And also for the second part, I was thinking maybe we could just add something. Let's do it quickly actually here. I think I'm able to do it pretty quickly. To add something with this thing. I don't know what to even call it. That plays this part. Just real quiet in the background, just to boost up the melody a little bit. Right, okay, back to the basses here. No, I give up. Okay, what's happening? No. Don't you dare. So, how's the weather been? God damn it. It crashed. Oh, it didn't. Okay, thanks Ableton. We are back in the business. I'm so done for today. I worked on the track before I turned on the camera and I figured like, hey, I'm feeling great today. I should feel me producing because I'm doing so great progress. And as soon as I turn on the camera, everything goes to shit. And now I haven't made like no progress in this 1 hour that I have recorded, so. We'll drag this whole thing into the effect because it's more an effect. It's more of an effect than a bass. Than a bass. I can't even talk today. I just want to make some cool sounds. Alright, so on top of everything else of me not getting anything done today, my camera here ran out of space in the SD card. So yeah, nothing's really going according to my plan today, but it's fine. These days come and go, so let's just try to record something today and I'll worry about the editing and everything later on. So the last thing I want to record today, just a little bit to get a little bit more production in this video rather than me just explaining the things that I've done off camera, is that I want to change the second drop a little bit. I mentioned about maybe changing the bass sound, but I tried it and it didn't really work. So we are going to change the beat and maybe the melody of the bass a little bit. I was thinking we could maybe try making the kick drum hit like normally, like a house beat, you know? Yeah, I mean, as expected, it wasn't a drastic change in the actual feel because the kick drum is actually pretty low in volume compared to, for example, the bass. But let's try to mix with the melody of the bass and see what we can come up with. God, I love the outro. Maybe we should change the melody here. Also, I'm not really sure about the kick drums being like this. Okay, I'll take back everything that I said about making the kick drum different. I want it the same way. I'll end this part here because now I kind of like the difference in the drops. I think I'm going to mix this track while I'm not filming because that's a bit tedious, and also I've mixed it already pretty well while I was producing, so there's not a whole lot to do. Okay, I think we are going to leave this video here because there's not like a ton of things to do anymore, and I'm just gonna mix it a little bit better. So I think that's it for week 2. I really like this track. I don't really know what genre this is, maybe some sort of trap or something, but I like it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like your feedback. I hope you had fun with your track. I'd really love to hear it in the Sixth Temple Project 52 text channel. So leave them there if you have one. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, please do. We'd love to have you. One option is to just join the challenge and make one track every week throughout the year, or alternatively, if you want to share the tracks, which is pretty cool in my opinion, because you can get feedback from others, and in that way get even better. So I'd love to see you there. Otherwise, I'm really glad that you're here anyway, like following the journey. It means a lot to me. It keeps me accountable of my promise of making these 52 tracks. So thank you for watching, and please also, if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, do subscribe from the button down below. Anyway, I'm going to play the track now, mixed and mastered. So enjoy the track, and I'll see you next week for week 3. See you then. Bye.